Hey everyone, welcome back to the Coin the Graph Market is where you can get your digital currency fix. I'm your host, the Ripple Van Winkle. I hope everyone is having a great day. It's finally the weekend, and I just got paid again on Friday. I even got my vacation cell back in the last check, which was a beautiful thing. I hope you have some great plans for today. Work never stops, people. Just pay attention to the YouTube Deluxe lines and the Deluxe Network. Web3 for you, Discord, Twitter, it just keeps going, it never ends. But at the end of the day, everyone who has been following my vision and my focus will see in this video that we have a lot to talk about. Wait until you hear what Gary Gensler's right-hand man said when asked about the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit and the outcome. I think you're all wrong, folks. The fees for Bitcoin gas are ridiculous. I don't know how people keep using the network, and Coinbase does a lot of nerve-wracking things. Wait until you see this transaction. We're going to talk about Fidelity because they're doubling down on crypto. We're going to look at the XRP triangle, which is where we are right now. So, without further ado, what do you say we jump into a Bitcoin? 36,500 was down 0.3% in the last 24 hours. The Ethereum coming, the value of USDT is fixed at $1, but the value of USDC is only 99 cents, while the value of XRP is 60 cents. It's gone down 9.3% in the last 24 hours. The total market value of cryptocurrencies is now $1.30 trillion. We still have a long way to go before we reach the all-time high of $2.70 trillion. We also have a long way to go before we set some new records for the total market value. If you haven't already, I don't know what you are doing. Join the hundreds of other people who have already signed up. That easy Bitcoin needs to break through the $40,000 to $42,000 range before we can talk about it breaking up. I think the targets I set in the newsletter for Bitcoin were around $122,000 this cycle. In my last video, if you missed it, I talked about where the total cryptocurrency market cap could go. We're looking at anywhere from $4 to $7 trillion. Could we go even higher? Yes, we can go even higher, but we're talking about the sweet spot, the meat and potatoes of this thing. There could definitely be a blow-off pop that sends this. We need money to flow in from the traditional markets so that the cryptocurrency market cap can reach $17 trillion this time. But until that happens and the SEC changes its mind about the cryptocurrency markets, we're only expecting the market cap to reach $4 to $7 trillion. Well, Wire put this out there, and now hopefully none of you are holding this year in finance number. YFI, one of the biggest platforms in the DeFi ecosystem, has just dropped over 45% in what looks like an insider-run exit scam. Nearly half of all the YFI coins are held by just 10 wallets, and over $250 million in market value has been lost in minutes. This is crazy. Let me blow us up so you can see the wallets that hold them and the drop of 45%. I hope you don't hold this, and I hope this isn't an exit scam. Keep your eyes on this. We'll see in time. Bitcoin fees for gas. Bitcoin, do you not care about your users? It will only take 30 minutes. The network fee is $12.95. This guy was trying to send $100, but they're charging $13 as a fee, so the total is $86.30. It's not the future of money here. Bitcoin has shown over and over that it shouldn't be used to send money. The fees are too high for $100, he's getting $86.30, people. Bitcoin is being set up to be a safe place to keep money. Just hold on to it like you would gold. When Bitcoin's white paper first came out, it said, "I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to go down." Fidelity says they want to make an Ether exchange traded fund, ETF, to join BlackRock and put more money into crypto. Some banks, like BlackRock, want to list Bitcoin and Ether ETFs, which would make it easier for investors to put money into crypto. They said that ETFs would make it much easier for the normal person to put money into crypto-linked assets. The SEC still has to accept these applications before they can trade in the US. The regulator is also thinking about Bitcoin ETFs. Fidelity, BlackRock, and other firms are all going to join. It's just a matter of time. A lot of them are coming. Seriously Amazing Crypto said yesterday that he thinks Bitcoin is ready to go. Keep in mind that experts say a Bitcoin ETF should be approved before January 10th, which is about 7 weeks from now. The ETFs and the institutional money that will join the space are what will start this bull cycle, and I've been saying this for a while now. XRP keeps dropping and killing it. From November 11th to 7 days ago, Ripple was the leader in the development of automatic clearing houses for the banking industry. Zero comes in second, followed by Alphabet's Google. If you didn't know, Global data shows that there are more than 290 companies working on developing and using automated clearing houses. Ripple is leading the pack, folks. Ripple and Therapy have 20 licenses to operate in more than 60 countries, and they have offices in Asia, Europe, and other places. From the SEC in light of recent court decisions, but for the benefit of our readers, let me summarize the misalignment as best as I can. So as you know, Judge Torres in the Southern District of New York considered XRP by Ripple Labs and found that the sales of tokens to institutional investors were actually securities because they were directly negotiated with the understanding that proceeds from these sales will be reinvested into the enterprise. Obviously these were exempt transactions, but the threshold question was that contract involved the security, but on the other hand she found that sales to the public and anonymous transactions over crypto exchanges, these were not securities because investors do not buy from Ripple and they were not responding to any marketing campaign. So that what Judge Torres found. On the other hand, Judge Rakoff did not fall in line with that reading, and he argued that no such distinction can arise because if there's a public campaign for the tokens no distinction on whether it is on the type of match or institutional retail, so I know you cannot comment on current cases. From the SEC in light of recent court decisions, but for the benefit of our readers, let me summarize the misalignment as best as I can. So as you know, Judge Torres in the Southern District of New York considered XRP by Ripple Labs and found that the sales of tokens to institutional investors were actually securities because they were directly negotiated with the understanding that proceeds from these sales will be reinvested into the enterprise. Obviously these were exempt transactions, but the threshold question was that contract involved the security, but on the other hand she found that sales to the public and anonymous transactions over crypto exchanges, these were not securities because investors do not buy from Ripple and they were not responding to any marketing campaign. So that what Judge Torres found. On the other hand, Judge Rakoff did not fall in line with that reading, and he argued that no such distinction can arise because if there's a public campaign for the tokens no distinction on whether it is on the type of match or institutional retail, so I know you cannot comment on current cases.